Welcome back to Vidhammer. In this video, we're doing the Gloomhaven playthrough for the Inox Encampment. Again, this is a summary playthrough, so I already cut it down, so I'm just sending this one out so people can get an idea of what actually happened storyline-wise. We're going for the Inox Encampment because the party has not fought any Inox types yet, and Vimm needs 15 different types for his long-term goal, so we should be able to get some different monster types in here. A disclaimer that I played this wrong. I'm pretty sure I played it wrong as far as the spawning location goes. In this scenario, there's the first room you come into, a very large open room with a spawn that happens at the end of every odd turn at the end of the room, the other far end of the room. Now, I played this with the rules that when you try to summon something, if there's not a place for it to go, it doesn't summon. And that one spot is the one place where something is supposed to summon. So I play it that if you run up there and you stand in that location, in that spot, then a monster won't spawn. Now, a few missions in the future from now, I come into a situation that kind of makes me realize why that can't really be right. And I change it at that point, and I'm like, no, it doesn't make any sense that they wouldn't be able to spawn. So just know that in this scenario, I played the rule that way. So I don't think that's right, but anyway, there you go. For a city encounter, we actually did city event number 1, the very first, most fundamental thing for all D&D adventures that occur is a bar fight. We tried to break it up, and we got a little bit of reputation out of it, so people think we're a little better since we're not letting everybody go into complete and total lawlessness. Then for the road encounter, we came across the city guard and Inox fighting each other, and we figure since we're on the way to the Inox camp to kill them all anyway, we probably should just go ahead and fight the Inox here. Turns out not the best idea. They curse us as they run, so we start with a little curse action in our deck. And we also start with some curse action in our deck because of the scenario rules. So yeah, we've got some curse stuff going on. Oh well. For long and short-term goals, when I watched the sped-up replay of this, I really thought that they had Dynamo and Indigent. That's what it looks like on the side of the screen, which Dynamo is the one where you have to kill an enemy in one shot, and Indigent is one where you loot no money or treasure overlay tiles. But in the playing of the game, I hear my voice in the voiceover say that Vimm needs to open a door. So I don't know exactly what I was thinking. Maybe I chose between the two options, and I thought that they took the two options, and then I put the cards that they didn't choose. I put the one that they discarded, and maybe I put those up there on their playmats instead. That's the only thing I can imagine. But I don't know. Anyway, that's how it goes, and we go into the room, and we try to do a big run up to the right to get to the spawn to sit on it, which apparently is not really the way you're supposed to play it. Here it is. This one starts out first turn. I pull one of the guards close so we can beat on him a little bit, but we have to have 3 curse cards in our hand in each deck. So some of those come out there in the beginning. We get some curses out. We do some damage and stuff, but primarily we just try to keep ourselves healed a little bit, do a little bit of damage, and then the next turn we start to do a little snake maneuver around the right side to try to get to the far end of the room. Because if we can stand on the spot, the spawn location, then the guards won't come out. So we move around. Of course, Spud has no problem getting up there and hitting the shaman. I made a mistake because the card that I hit the shaman with, that wound shouldn't be there unless he's adjacent to an ally. So there's a few extra damage on that guy. Who knows if it would have changed the outcome of the game. But where Vimm is able to get up to, and on the next turn the guards just doing shield and retaliate so they don't move, Vimm puts down 2 obstacle tokens right next to the other obstructions, making it so the guards now have to go all the way around the left side in order to get to them. It gives plenty of time for Spud to move up and do some damage. We hit the shaman a bit, but the shaman really isn't doing that much damage. What's more important is trying to kill the guard and take his place. And then, of course, Spud gets the kill, and then I remember Spud can't stand on the coin or pick it up. But luckily it was the 4th turn. So then in the 5th turn, because they only spawn on the odd turns, so Vimm steps into the space, shaman steps up, and we kill the shaman, and then we've got time to work with the guards that are kind of like, working their way around towards us. We do some more damage, kind of sissyfoot around there, get some more damage put in on these guys. It's not too difficult to take them out, and we, kind of take our rest as we need to. Once we start, it looks like we're getting things manageable. I go ahead and have Spud step off of the space and let another guard spawn, so Spud can kind of deal with one while Vimm deals with the other. Because we have to get 10 kills. That's the mission completion, is get twice or 5 times the number of characters you have. So get a couple of those guys killed off, and then the one remaining guard we have left, we actually get his health down to where he only had 1 health left, and he was poisoned. And so I left that for Vimm to deal with as Spud breaks through the room, the north room, because I want him to try to get the chest. Go forward, he's actually got the winged boots so he can jump over the pits and get stuff. Vimm is able to actually get 5 damage on the one lower guy by burning a card and having the poison on him. And then I realized with Spud killing the guy at the top that Spud can't loot the treasure tile. So it's got to be Vimm that goes up there and does that. So I change direction, have Spud go back down and try to open up one of the other rooms because we still need a couple more guys for this thing to finish. Open up the room while Vimm goes and collects the chest and everything. Then we've only got 2 guys left to deal with. We've killed off 8 at this point. And so Spud does an invisible fly to the other side and get ready for a big hit on the next turn. They come out a little bit. They do their little strengthen thing, but then Vimm hits them with some good stuff. Spud comes out of his invisibility, whacks one guy, kills it, and then next turn we kill off the next guy. That's pretty much it. This one was relatively straightforward and simple. There were a couple of mistakes that I made, but still, I don't think they would have changed the outcome at all. Being able to get, since I've played this before, and if you can get around the side and stand on that spawn location, it's like, yeah, you can control the madness, so you don't have to worry about getting overwhelmed. So chalk up a victory, and Vimm does end up killing a guard and the shaman and an archer. So 3 more monsters on for his total, and that was a good one. Hope things are going good. Take care, and we'll talk to you on the next one.